I just found out that apparently Sims has its own made-up language, and it is bizarre, it is insanity, but we're here to talk about it. Sul. What is up, you guys? Welcome to the collective. My name is Furman, and in this video we are talking about The Sims. Now, if you guys don't know anything about The Sims is basically a simulator game. I think it's a game where you live your life, but in the virtual space. And while this style of game hasn't necessarily called my name, it's not really been my cup of tea, I just found out something about it that just sent me in a rabbit trail, and I kind of got addicted, and I've been looking it up, so that's why I am making a video about it, so that we can talk about the insanity of it. But before we talk about this, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright, without any further ado, let's get into it. So a few weeks ago, I was basically doing what everyone else does on YouTube, which is doom scrolling, looking up videos and looking at shorts and stuff like that, when I came across this weird short that showed this girl talking in Simlish. And I just thought it was the most absurd thing ever, the most insane thing that I have ever seen. And that's when I was like, wait a second, this is an actual language?
Sul, ni mahoy, parada kaduva, libiday, dag.
So then I started doing some research, and I found a video, and I'm going to be linking some of these videos. So, the main one's the inspiration for this. I'll be linking it in the description so that you guys can see it. Mostly because I'm going to try to include some material in it, and I have a feeling that EA is not going to like it, and they're probably going to try to strike it or take down the whole video entirely. So, if that does happen, then I'm just going to delete the video and then re-upload it. But I'll just have the videos linked so that you guys can see what the heck I'm talking about. Whew, that was a tangent. But anyways, yeah, so the whole point of it was like that video is basically this girl speaking in Simlish, the language that's made up for this game. And then I saw a video that basically broke it down. It was like a linguist, like that was her job. She's a linguist, and she talked about how Simlish is, how it was made. And, like at first it started off basically just being gibberish, and then they started like giving certain words meaning and stuff like that, and phonetically it sounds like the English, like American English. But then there is other different versions of Simlish, like there's like a Spanish Simlish, there's even a Japanese one, which I'm not gonna lie, the Japanese one did sound a little slightly racist, but that's neither here nor there. I just thought it was absolutely fascinating that this just kind of like accidentally, turned into like an actual language, which was just crazy. Like it was never really meant to be like that, but then it ended up turning into that. And obviously I love languages. I am currently learning a little bit of German and Japanese also, but I speak English and Spanish, so yes. And on top of that, if YouTube ever starts paying me like to the point where I can handle everything and go to like school to learn languages, then I'll probably do something super nerdy, like try to learn the language of the elves from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I'm that far gone. And by the way, this is an actual course you can take in school. That's a fully fledged class. You can get credits for it. So before you start laughing and poking fun, this is an actual thing, okay? So get out of here with that. Nerd! But yeah, I just kind of slowly started falling in love with this weird Simlish language. And it even sounds silly saying that, like I've always just thought it was just such a cringy game. I never had any interest in it, but I do like that. I do think it is really funny. And obviously I'm going to be sharing some of the words or phrases that they use so that you guys can know what the heck I'm talking about if you haven't played it before. So the one I said earlier in the video, sul sul, that basically means hello. And I don't do a little disclaimer, you know, I'm only sharing a couple of the phrases or words that I thought were kind of funny, kind of interesting, you know. Zawaka Jinava, which means I think you're hot. So if you ever want to, you know, spice up date night, you know, bust out a little Simlish. Booba snot, and that means I don't like you. Furby nerbs, Furby nerbs, Furby nerbs, which means you have some nerve. I feel so ridiculous reading this, I'm not gonna lie. Turkey Nurbler, Turkey Nurbler, and that means, does that feel better? So, you know, if your kids get hurt, run up to them and say, Turkey Nurbler. Ribby Wibs. Ribby Wibs. This one sounds so odd saying that. Ribby Wibs, which means remember this. And then obviously, dag dag, dag dag, which means goodbye. Dag dag. I know it sounds super silly, but it just, I don't know why, it just tickles me. It just kind of makes me laugh because it's so dumb. It's so impractical, but it's so hilarious. Now, part 2 of this video is literally the part where they're going to start kind of striking us, you know, where EA is going to be like, hey, you know, we got copyrights for that stuff. And it's music. This is really where it just blew my mind. I literally could not believe that this was actually happening. So essentially, in the Sims games, they have music, and like the music is just regular music, like action music that we listen to, but it's in Simlish. So it's essentially translated to this made up language. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it even sounds better than the original. Now, the first one that I found was obviously one of my favorite bands, Paramore. I mean, God tier band. And yeah, I guess they hired them to sing their song Pressure in Simlish. Like, what the heck is even this?
Jason Reaper Nolan died. Inside the bird, oh, free, look who so cool, treat me eyed. Who so cool, toy, your feet. Jay, cool, poor, free, die. Let's start your big lost the shit. Fiddle for Subia. Be circular. Be around. Make life a shame. Fiddle for Subia. Be circular. Be around.
And so yeah, I was just listening to, like, I had this video on repeat. Like, I played this song way too much. Like, I probably listened to it like 40 or 50 times already. But you know, I was reading the comments in it, and it was so astounding to see that like a lot of people were like, oh my god, I found out about Paramore because Sims. So like, people have this emotional tie to this song, which is in a made-up Simlish language, but it's like real music, and they ended up finding probably one of their favorite bands through it. It is just like the inception of inceptions. It's insane, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, that song does sound better in Simlish than it does in the regular version. Kind of nuts. Well, I just realized I didn't close the window, so hopefully it wasn't too loud. See, this is why I bought this really nice mic, because if I make a mistake like that, hopefully, you know, I didn't blow your ears out. But yeah, Paramore was not the only band to do this. There is a bunch, I mean a ridiculous amount of artists that were. Another one that went like viral because like there's an actual recording of her doing it is Katy Perry, and she was basically singing her song Last Friday Night in Simlish.
Nope. But it's a Froby, nope. But it's a Froby, nope. But it's a Froby, nope. Rimpy fervor perbidex. Wara ufa moonarex. Rimpy fervor perbidex. Wara ufa moonarex. Rimpy fervor perbidex. Wara ufa moonarex. Yarby denzel table dupes. Ebe duka mimi shoops. Hippie keeps the upper goop.
and it is bizarre, and it is hilarious, and it is so awkward, and it is so good. All wrapped up in together. All wrapped up in a flurby nerb. See, what I'm doing is when I'm talking about the songs, I am just adding the clip to it after. So, you know, if you're watching this video and you don't see any music being shown, it's because the EA ninjas came after me. But yeah, there's a bunch of different artists. I mean, they got Pussycat Dolls, they got Black Eyed Peas in it. I mean, they even made Enter Sandman. Like, what? Nelly was in there. They made, you know, that one song, It's Getting Hot in Here. They Simlished that song. Know if I'm using that word correctly, but they did that. Natasha Bedingfield is in here. Like, what? Nelly Furtado? I don't know if I had already mentioned it, but like, they're in here and they made songs. And it's actually really interesting because Nelly Furtado, the song that she Simlishized, was a Spanish song. It was her Spanish song that she made that I can't think of the name, but you're about to see the clip right now.
Abatin album, yarendi kusibon. Yo, better man deep so tired. No me
unless if you're not, because EA struck back. But yeah, like, that's a perfect example of Spanish Simlish. Yeah, there is a whole like slew of like just craziness that's been going on, and I've just gotten like super addicted to it. But you know, I started thinking like, man, like, should I maybe try to play one of these games? Should I go back and play one of the older ones? Because you know, I think they're up to 4 right now, and obviously these games come with like expansions and they always add stuff like that. But yeah, like, I think I have to do that, right? I think in this quest, I think this is the point that I've reached. I have to go and play one of these games. Yeah, and so that is also when I realized why I have never even thought of playing any of the Sims, and it is because most of them are like PC games. That's pretty much what they are. And I think some of the earlier ones are on like PS2 or whatever, but I think I'd rather play one of the newer ones. Maybe it's got to be something new that they added to it that's going to make it more fun. But anyways, I decided to download it on my Steam Deck. And yeah, this is Sims 4 that I'm going to be playing. And yeah, I actually tried to play it last night, or you know, Tuesday, and couldn't play it because apparently you need to make an EA account, and I didn't have enough time to do that. So I am going to do that tonight, and I am going to be playing it. So there will be a follow-up video to this crazy saga of Simsness. What I'm hoping happens is that I really like the game, and it's kind of cool, and you know, it's like a fun little slow-paced game. You know, nothing too crazy. The opposite of what I want to happen is for me to get like full-blown addicted to this thing. I don't want that to happen. I got too many games I have to beat. Like, the backlog is looking insane right now. But yeah, we will see what happens. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it was kind of a little out of like left field because like I have never been interested in any of these type of games, you know. But you know, it's always nice to try something new, right? It's always nice to learn something new, even if it's a crazy made up language or try a weird freaky game. Yeah. But as always guys, do not forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. And we will see you guys on the next video. Peace! The Steam Deck's so big I can't even like peace sign. That was kind of hard. It's starting to get creaky and weird. Really, I said peace, but I should have said dag dag.